think. Oh no.
Oh, we're live.
That's it. We should be live. Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, Jemalu, Fake Rachel, Cos, Halasel. Hoping for Karen to join us as well. But just trying to get in at the moment. So it's Seller Ladies Live number 8. We've kind of got some more getting to know you questions. However, if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat. And I've already got one here from Indy. Who's on the panel today? We've got Andrea Hills, Heather the Treasure Pirate, Karen Sells Clothes, and hopefully Karen's joining us, and me. Right. So, yeah, if we start from, oh yay, Karen, we've got you. Yay. And Karen Fisher.
It's frozen.
Oh,
it's frozen on YouTube.
Oh, you're joking.
No, it's just frozen on you.
Hang
on.
It's not frozen for me.
No, it's restarted again. Sorry.
Is it just because I was the one talking?
Possibly.
No. Because I don't know how to sort it out otherwise.
Hello, sorry.
Right. Welcome. Right, okay. So if we start, are you all right to start with this, Andrea, on Indy's question?
I think so. It was quite a tricky one, wasn't it? As I remember.
Yeah, it might require, I mean, I've got an answer, but I don't, whether it's interesting or not yet. So Indy posted on Insta yesterday, thank you. There has been lots of talk recently about doing lots of research before buying items. I have to admit that I quite like a punt and often go off a hunch. Can't read my own writing. I thought she went off for lunch. With this in mind, what is the best or most interesting sale you have had from something you took a total punt on?
Yeah, I did think about this, and I think it's probably that wicker plant stand, the big plant stand, because I really didn't have any idea. I just knew that it was really interesting to look at, and I liked it. So, spending £4 on, I had absolutely no idea I'd sell it for £80. So, yeah, probably.
The thing is, you could have listed it for. It could have gone on for 20, 40. You just. Take a chance sometimes it works.
You just have to give it a go, don't you?
Yeah.
That's all. I always think that. I always think I'm going to price it higher, and then if it just doesn't budge or it's not much interest, then I'll just drop the price a bit and see what happens. So
yeah.
You've got to
I generally think that, and then I get scared and yeah, don't know what I'm doing. How about you, Heather?
I'm pretty much a take a punt kind of person. If I see something that looks interesting, feels nice, has a good pattern or design, I do look at labels to see if it looks like a quality item.
Yeah.
I mean, I take lots of punts. That J. Crew dress I was just talking about, a lot of J. Crew isn't actually that brilliant, and this dress was just hanging there at £3. It was the most vile shade of pink to my mind, because I can't bear baby pink.
It is, I can confirm it is.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to be hard to photograph, but, it's current season and it's brand new with its tags and it's worth about 150 something quid. So I'll flog that for £100 if I can. But that was a gut thing. That was just, this feels right. I love taking a punt. That's, for me, is the fun bit of this.
Yeah.
That's a pleasure.
I think I have a good couple of fails a week at least. Just by the way, have you listed that cat yet? Your cat on? Is it a cat, like a slate or a tile or something?
Is that me?
Yes, Heather, because you took a punt on, and when you were watching a bit of Antiques Arena, and you had like a black. I'm sure it was like a black tile.
I know, yes, I know what you mean. Because I picked it up for next to nothing, and I found out that although it was a half decent brand, it was actually meant to have a clock mechanism in it. So it's modern made to reproduce the Art Deco feel of it, and was worth next to nothing. And that was probably a fail. I bunged it on for a tenner, and someone did buy it. So I didn't lose money. I never lose money, but apart from retail arbitrage, which I do have nothing to do with. But everything else it's a degree of. I'm still learning, and to be honest, I don't. There are sort of minor. Okay, I made my money back, and I'm not lost. But there are more successes than fails. So as long as there's more successes than fails, I don't think.
I'd say if you've got your money back or made a couple of quid and you've tried it and you've had your punt and you've not lost, that's good. That's a success.
Yeah, I just won't buy it again. That's all.
You learn. Yeah, it's a free learning thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's easier to take a punt when it's cheap, isn't it? But if it's like £20 or something, it's more difficult. You want to look something up, be sure.
I spent 20 quid on that camera that I got from up the road and only went for 60, but at least, I made profit, but not enough for me investing 20 quid in it for me. So, and I was just scared the whole time. So, yeah. Karen?
I think the most interesting thing was obviously something off grandma's shelf. It was an orange salad spinner.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone thought I was balmy picking up. I paid, I think it's £1.50 or £2 for this thing. But I just thought, well, it's only cheap. What's the most I'm going to lose is £2. I'm going to throw it in the bin. No one's going to want it. I'll have it. And it's still sold for, I think it's 15 or 16 quid. So, but like you said, I think it's easier to take a punt on things. And sometimes it's actually quite enjoyable. There's a bit of enjoyment from gambling a bit. If you're talking about small £1, £2, £3, if it's something you like the look of, you have to then have confidence that someone else will like it too. And it doesn't always pan out like that. But I'm not one looking up every single item in a charity shop or wherever I go. I mean, can you imagine going around to a jumble sale? Any of you that do jumble sales, could you imagine going around with your phone out looking up every complete item? Or do you just pull it, and if it's not worth it, it's gone. It's 20, 30, 40, 50p. But if that had been me with the camera, I think I would have looked it up, because that's a lot more money to be talking about investing.
Yeah. I was kind of worried it wouldn't work or something as well. I did say to the lady, if this doesn't work, she said, you can get back if it doesn't work. I was like, okay. Yeah. Did you get that question, Karen, from Indy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got one?
I don't know if you call it a punt, because I only paid 50p for it, but I just had a feeling when I picked it up. It was the Wheezy Penguin I got. I think it's from Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
So I paid 50p for it, and I think I got about £23 or £24 for that. So I just had a feeling that kind of thing was collectible. It had a little tag attached that was in a plastic cover. So I just had a feeling.
I like that. I need to look up that penguin. It seems to be, always like when there's a big movie, it's the slightly more unusual toy that maybe not everybody bought, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not me, is it?
No.
But also, do you find, though, by doing that, I mean, like, Heather now knows that cat thing, it should have a clock inside. So if you saw one with the clock in the centre, you'd know that would be worth more. So you're not just spending money, are you, and gambling, because it is actually a lesson. If it's something you've never picked up before, you're then going to find that X, Y, and Z is also good to pick up, which you're not going to find by looking up quick completed and sold on eBay while you're in a shop, because you just want to quickly look.
Would you pick up another salad spinner?
Yeah. Grandma shop this one. No, Grandma shop
since, yeah. Yeah, I'd definitely go for a Wheezy or, I don't know, I'm trying to get out of Big Wicker, but yeah. So mine is probably, I don't know if you saw an early video that I did where I came back from a car boot with a massive, a table with gold legs, had gold metal trim and kind of like faded roses on it, on the pattern. And I'd gone past and the woman had written on it £1. And I thought, a pound? Like, because it looked like, and it was about 1950s, I think. I thought, I can't not take, I wasn't meant to be picking up big stuff anymore. And it was like a side table. I think, like you could, like the kind of style of those gold drinks trolleys, but it wasn't a trolley. And sold that for 40. I don't know if it could have gone for more, but I did absolutely love it. It had gold, like ribbed legs. I don't know. I wouldn't pick it up again though, because it was a frick. It was another one of those things. It unscrewed in that, but it was another heavy to post. Yeah. But maybe that was total punt.
Mm.
And I think even the people that were selling it to me were a bit like, oh, do you really want it? The guy was saying, oh, it's, I know, she said, oh, I have to admit, I think it was my dad's or something. And I was like, oh, that's what I wanted. Yeah. But yeah, there you go. I wouldn't pick it up again. Paul Palisell, I like, my dog wicker tray, the best. I don't know if you've seen that. I've still got it. The wicker tray is like a guide dog on it. It's great. Yeah. And it hasn't sold, so. Right, cool. Let's have a getting to know you question. Yeah, if you've got anything, are there any questions in the chat?
No, I think I'm through.
Oh, Barry Brown says, hi ladies, normally listen to Nick, Steve and Sahir, but thought I would start listening to wise advice for a change.
Oh dear, wrong channel.
No, it's perfectly correct, Barry. Yes. And Steve's in, hiya, smart reselling. And Dave McGregor, hello. Right, okay, shall we mix this up a bit? Let's go with, let's start at the beginning. So, Andrea, do you like or dislike surprises?
A bit of both, really. I always thought that I did like surprises. And then that day when Nick said, we're going somewhere and I'm not telling you where we're going, it was torture all the way there. I just kept thinking, what are we doing? I was just guessing the entire time. And I thought, I'm not sure if I'm enjoying this. It turned out really nice because we went to meet Darren and Phoebe. But yeah, that was the point. I thought, I'm not sure if I really do like surprises. I always thought I did.
Did you trust him that it was going to be all right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I think if you can trust the person, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Right there, Heather.
Well, as you're choking, Heather, I'll just say mine, because I don't think if it was somebody you could totally trust, not to F it up, basically, and it's going to be something you're going to enjoy, then that would be great. But if I was like, oh, I've got a surprise for you, I'd be going, oh no, like, what has he organised, and is it going to be awful? How about you, Heather? Do you like or dislike surprises?
Okay. I actually quite like surprises, but only if they're good ones. I wouldn't want to be the person who surprised me in a bad way.
Yeah. Well, it'd be embarrassing as well, isn't it? Like if somebody organised a party or something, but it was all, there were people that you couldn't stand or something. My face would just show it.
Yeah, mine would too. It would be absolutely obvious to the last. Yeah. My husband's not big on surprises, although the occasional ones he can pull are absolutely brilliant. But he's not generally somebody who kind of pulls pranks or surprises. So I'm quite happy not to have too much of a surprise.
Yeah, my husband thinks, he'll surprise me with like presents sometimes that are awful, just awful. So I might be ungrateful, but I mean, yeah. Karen?
Surprises I don't know about until they happen, I like. I remember, Carl is the least romantic person you can imagine. And I don't mean that in a nasty way. I'm not one of these people that wants flowers every week and chocolates every week. And for him to take me out and wine me and I just don't. We're not really romantic.
You don't want chocolates every week?
Hmm?
You don't want chocolates every week?
No, I'll buy them myself if I buy the wrong ones. But so I remember a couple of years ago, he was training to be the gas fitter and he was having to go down to Reading and he was away for Valentine's Day. We don't really go out on Valentine's Day, but the weekend before, his mate came around. He said, oh, why are you here? He said, can you just keep an eye on the kids? He said, we've got to go down to Tesco's to get some bits. We need to get some milk and that. I said, do you need me to come? He's like, yes, come on. We went down there in the car. Right, I am in the most hideous clothes you can imagine because I'm just lounging around indoors. In the car, big bunch of flowers. And he took me to the cinema to go see Trainspotting 2 because I love that film. But, yeah, so them kind of surprises I like. But we did go for a stage where we wouldn't tell each other what we want for Christmas. And I remember one year he brought me GHD shampoo and conditioner. I think I would love it. Yeah. So no more surprises for Christmas presents or birthday presents. I tell you exactly what I want.
So you
we don't do anniversary presents anymore since Nick bought me an oven glove.
Divorce papers.
Oh my.
We were trying to stick to the themes, and I think it was something like, it was some sort of material, or I don't know what it was, but anyway, we decided an oven glove would be the thing because I needed one.
See, I bet the blokes watching this were going, "Oh, should we not buy you oven gloves then?" And all the women are going, "Oh God." It's like when someone says, "Oh, I'm going to buy you a freaking iron or something." That's not.
The thing is, though, a few years ago, Carl did get me an iron for Christmas because I wanted one. I wanted one of them, the big steamy ones.
Oh, if you want it, that's different.
Yeah.
That's fair enough, I think. Yeah, but it's we're all still married, so plainly they haven't done anything so well. We wouldn't dare.
Carl will buy me like full-length dresses or something, and I'll go, "Oh, where should I wear this?" And he'll say, "To the pub." I'm like, no. So yeah, I think he stopped buying me. Oh, no, he hasn't stopped buying me clothes actually. Yeah. Got to.
That's pretty unusual.
Karen, do you like surprises?
Yeah, I do. But with Darren, he says it's a surprise, but then he drops so many hints. I've usually guessed what it is because he's really not good with sort of hiding what he's bought because he gets excited.
Oh.
And one time my sister decided to surprise me. She put a pair of tights over her head and hid behind the door and jumped out at me, and I punched her in the stomach and winded her. So she never done that again.
Oh, goodness.
Oh no. Oh, blimey. You thought it was somebody attacking you.
Yeah, she looked really scary as well.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't think I like. Yeah, I don't think I don't really like surprises unless it was like actually amazing. But I think I'd have to organise it. Was cook it up. Okay. Andrea, if you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Probably vegetable and lentil stew.
Really?
Probably everyone's going, "Oh no," but no, I love my stews. I could eat stew forever. Love it.
Cool. Well, yeah, you can't have anything too rich, otherwise you'd be sick of it, wouldn't you?
That's true, yeah. But you can make sort of varieties of different stews. So, just put different spices in or whatever.
Yeah. Heather?
Gosh, curry.
Oh, really?
I love curry, so I wouldn't really want to eat one thing all the time. That would be rather too much. But curry is something I can eat in many forms very happily.
Yeah. Karen?
Mine would be, like fresh bread, big doorstep chunks with lashings of butter all over it. I could eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I love it.
Yeah.
Can you tell I'm doing Slimming World and I'm like craving bread?
Yeah. Oh, Karen, I bet you've got a good one because you actually cook things.
Well, if it was like the ingredients, then I'd probably say like all the stuff for a mixed grill, because then you could change it and do like different eggs and stuff like that. But my favourite thing to eat probably is my pasta bake. I really, really like pasta bake. So it's quite boring, I know, but
it's got to be boring because I was going to say it would probably be beans because I could imagine eating all the time. In fact, I do eat it a lot. But now I've heard your bread one, I might switch to bread.
It has to be fresh, warm.
Yeah.
Stop chunks like thick. We're not talking no little thin slice stuff. We're talking big chunks of bread. Yeah.
Also, there's less farts with bread.
I don't fart.
Of course not. It's all roses, isn't it? It's all roses.
Yes. Yeah, the only ones that I do are sweet smelling.
Aaron's got a question.
Is that just rude? Have any of you brought inappropriate? Oh, right. Sorry, inappropriate gifts for your other halves. If so, what? Oh, I don't think that's meant rudely, is it? Is that just meant as in they didn't like it, or is it rude?
I don't know. Either way.
If it's rude, no. Stuff isn't like. Yeah, probably. It's. I don't know. I'd have to have a think about that. Is anybody else brought them something? They obviously can't stand it.
You probably have to ask them because they're probably hiding it.
Where's Nick today? Is he hiding?
Yeah, he's hiding away today.
He's going to appear behind you at some point, isn't he?
Is that because I told him off?
That's what I was wondering. I quite often buy Tom a book he's already got because I think, especially like where he likes, he's really into comedy and he's really into like books. And if it was, say, I don't know, one of those panel shows or Have I Got News for You or something, and it's a book, he'll read that. And then I'm out and about and go, oh, Tom likes that. I'll get him another one. And then a few times that's happened, he's already got it.
Well, I used to buy Carl a chocolate orange every year for Christmas. I swore he loved chocolate oranges. And then I got given one in July by one of the mums that the toddler group I run. And I said, oh, do you want a bit? He went, no, I can't stand them. It'd been like giving them to the kids or to taking them into work and giving them to people.
No.
Actually, since the year we've been together until Christmas 2017. So for 15 years, I have brought him a Terry's chocolate orange and he hates it. And he never comes me.
So I would not be able to keep it buttoned because I'd have to say. Literally, I do a big, this is really bad, but I do a big please no list for my mother-in-law every Christmas because she can't.
I wish I was brave enough to do that.
I had to have a conversation, like after a couple of years, I just had to have a conversation because I thought otherwise throughout our entire lives, she's going to keep buying me this stuff. And also she's going to come round and expect to see it in the house. You know, it wasn't like something edible or something you could use. It would be a picture for our wall or something that we'd then have to live with. And we've got different taste. So, God, this is really bad. Okay. So when we were around there one time for lunch or something, I said to my husband, like, remind me to have a conversation about ornaments and stuff with your mum to get this like out in the open. And, but obviously do it a bit subtly and politely. And then I was in the hall or something, and my daughter, Connie, was in the lounge and mother-in-law was somewhere and kind of just shouted out, ornaments! Like, so I was like, no, like, and you got to talk to her about ornaments. I was like, oh, God. So I had a conversation and said, oh, I don't really like ornaments or pictures for my walls or, and I just like, all this. Yeah, and then, you know, just I've got to get that out in the open. And then each year when I got bought something else as well, that I'd add that to my please no list. So she doesn't get me too much now, just go.
So, you know, my mum, every year she gets Cole like a Next voucher. Now, Cole lives in All Sports, JD Sports. He lives in sports stuff when he's not at work. So every year I get a Next voucher. But he hasn't told her that yet. So I'm like, hey, I get extra voucher.
Oh, that's all right. I was going to say, because the worry is that also I don't like people wasting their money, and I think that, you know, they're spending good money on, you know, like all the gifts that end up in the charity shops after Christmas. God, people have spent good money on that stuff, and the people have just gone, oh, thanks, toss. You know, it's just such a waste.
You all saw what I got off my mother-in-law. Well, she left the price on. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. I can't remember. What was that?
It was, she bought something in the sale, and I think it was originally £6 reduced to £2.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I always get appalling presents from my stepmother. Just really bad. They come out of the bag and it's like, right, those are going to the charity shop because like a dairy diary. Really, one of those. Really rubbish, all sealed, but that's going. And then there was something else that was like some really nasty, cheap incense cones. And I like incense, but I can make it. I don't like the cheap stuff.
They weren't good, yeah.
Straight out the door. It never even passed, the threshold of my room. It just literally went from that bag to that bag and out.
Yeah. It's such a waste, isn't it, of everything, like it being produced in the first place. And yeah.
I thought if it had cost anything, I would have felt a bit bad. But the fact is, it was so cheap anyway that I thought that was awful, because all the agonies I go through with their presents. Anyway.
Yeah, and you get something cheap and nasty. It's
every time. I know.
Yeah.
They're not going to change. They're not going to change. They're, you know, she's in her 80s now, so it's just I just let it ride, and it's just you've never understood me. This is the woman, right? Lovely as she is, that bought me a zip-up furry dog pillowcase. Now, had I been about 12, that would have been fine. I was actually 26. Mysterious, but there we go. It was funny. It's ridiculous.
So, did you think if you had a conversation, she would have been too offended?
I couldn't have a conversation with her. There's no point. There was just no point. It was too far gone. So we just sort of had placed bets on what might turn up this year, and it's whatever she got given that she didn't want is going to get gifted to me.
Do we want to answer? Where is it? Are you doing, from Gemma Lou, are you doing anything differently because of incoming Brexit or not?
No, I just wish it'd all hurry up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick reply.
No, not doing anything different.
No. I don't know how you can do anything differently unless you're doing like survival stuff, because, or, you know, stockpiling your medicines and things like that. Because we don't know what will happen.
And to be honest, predominantly most of my business is done in the UK. I've got GSP on. A lot of it's done in the UK, and the stuff that goes GSP tends to go to America. I don't have a lot go outside of America in the UK.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to affect me at all, to be honest.
Yeah, and
they will buy more because the pound will go down, but you know.
Anything that does go international, we do through Amazon or GSP on eBay. So they're going to deal with all of that. So we don't really have to think about it. I mean, we could worry ourselves about whether our sales are going to go down, but what's the point in that? It's going to be what it is, and we just have to ride the wave and adapt.
Yeah.
Yeah, agree. Absolutely. It's something we can't do anything about, so why worry?
Yeah.
The only thing I'm worrying about is, you know, they've said about getting medications, and obviously I'm on insulin, so I have had a little worry about that, whether they're going to run low of stocks of insulin. Whether
the NHS, is this correct that I saw they'd purchased lots of giant fridges to stockpile medicines?
Oh, right.
Certain medicines, yeah. Because I mean they do need to plan, don't they? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I know. Yeah, that is a bit of a worry.
You see, I'm one of these people. My head is firmly in that sandpit. I am not worrying about anything, because worrying about it until it's happened seems a bit fruitless. So I keep my head in the sandpit till it happens. Probably the wrong attitude, but
my husband's a little too involved with it, like in terms of worrying, and comes out with some ridiculous stuff sometimes. You know, like because usually we'd like May half term we'd go away on holiday. Though he's changed about this, but it would be booked by now. And last year he informed me that we wouldn't be booking anything because we had to wait and see we couldn't book holidays because of Brexit. And you know, this sort of thing. I was like, hang on, this is affecting me badly now. Like,
I booked in May.
I did see on the television they said about if you're booking a holiday, you should book a package holiday because you're more protected than what you are than doing the hotels and the flights separate, because then you're not protected if things do go wrong. I did see that on the news.
Yeah.
Gemma says, I know some people who've stopped buying stock.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've stopped buying stock because I've got too much.
Yeah.
And I really shouldn't have any more till I've put all this on.
And I'm drowning in it, so hey.
Funny, Rachel says, where are they buying the stock from? Oh, I thought you meant so that you could go and buy it if they've stopped buying it. I think she just means like, is it from abroad or something? Yeah, well, that's strange, isn't it? Because you kind of feel like you should stockpile even more if you're worried about, I don't know. The thing is, if our pound's going to be worth, I don't know, we're not going to know, are we, until it happens?
No.
Yeah, where were we? No, we're fine. Oh yeah, so I think this is just like a telling of your personality, really. What's John saying? From the UK, I think it's more to do with the potential lack of sales that might happen as people panic rather than the price of the stock. But there's a couple of things to that, though, isn't there? It could be that people think we've got to be a bit more careful with our money and start buying more secondhand. So that would be good for us. And also, if it's becoming cheaper for people to buy from abroad, then we might get more overseas sales.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what George just said. I'm expecting more international sales if the pound value decreases temporarily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, I better load up on more Harry Potter sets because that. Oh no, that wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, actually, they mostly go to the US. Right. So this telling on your personality, I think. In the evening, would you rather play a game, visit a relative, watch a film, or read, Andrea?
Yeah, no, I was reading this one to Ellen. I said, well, my answer is I'd like to visit a relative and play a game with them, and then come home and watch a film, and then read my book before I go to bed. An ideal evening.
Yeah, you'd like the moon on a stick, wouldn't you, Andrea? It all. How about you, Heather?
Well, you've had an inkling of where what my family's like, so ruling that one out. You know what? I like curling up with a book. I do enjoy a good film, without a doubt. But yeah, especially at this time of year, curling up with a book. That's me. Yeah.
Karen?
I think it depends what relatives. A lot of them I'd rather not visit. But yeah, if it's my sister, go around there, big bottle of wine or 2 or 3, and a film.
Yeah.
Obviously no kids. Just me and my sister.
Yeah, not those relatives. Not the immediates. Karen?
I would love some kind of teleportation device so that I could just like click my fingers and go and see my mum and dad or my sister. Like I had my sister on the phone crying last night because she's getting stressed about her wedding in April. Because other people give their opinions, don't they? And I just said, just ignore everyone and just do what you want to do. It's your day. And I managed to calm her down. It took me about an hour, but I managed to calm her down in the end. So I'd love to just go to my sister straight away. But probably it'd be watch a film, because me and my husband, we do love films. We watch a lot of films. We watch at least 3 or 4 films a week. So probably films.
Yeah, I think, well, yeah, it's either play a game, because we do have like some games nights. My friends come around and like just go around each other's houses, and kids as well though. But yeah, it's either play a game or watch a film, I think, just only because I haven't had any decent books recently. But actually, it's the series that, the TV. There's some really decent dramas on at the moment. Things like, or series like last year was all like Luther, Killing Eve, and when like that's on, it's like, can we have a Killing Eve tonight? And like really it takes you away from everything.
Yeah, we've been watching Criminal Minds at the moment because we've got Now TV. I think we're on series 9.
I haven't tried that. Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
So
I'm afraid it's not as good towards the end though, Karen. It's better at the beginning and it gets steadily worse.
Oh, we're on season 9. I'll play that. I'm going to keep watching all the way to the end. I'm not seasons in.
I need to write that down because I always need recommendations. What are we watching? We're watching Tin and Star at the moment.
Oh, we've watched a few of those.
Well, the first episode, I was like, no, I don't think so. I said, I'll give it another episode because I was like that with Game of Thrones. And then by the end of the second episode, I was like, oh, okay. And then I was in.
No, you see, I didn't get on with Game of Thrones, but I think the thing is what I like to watch in the evenings, I want to just completely shut down and veg out. So I like something I can tune in and out of. And Criminal Minds is definitely one of them ones you don't really have to think about. And that's what I like, a program where you don't have to think in the evening, so I can just virtually switch off.
Yeah. Oh, right. Actually, this is probably on that kind of line, and I'll just admit something publicly, and it's embarrassing. Before Christmas, because I thought it would be good for the kids, we had this, because I was getting rid of my 1,000-piece sealed puzzles. I had Danger Mouse, and they watched Danger Mouse, so I got it out, and like everybody did a bit, and I thought, oh, that'll be good. So got rid of that, and then I thought, oh, we'll do it again, like after Christmas. I'll get another puzzle out, and it could be like a family thing. We'll all do a little bit. It's now on the kitchen table, and I'm the one doing it. And I think, oh God, like the postie who I chatted to came to the door earlier, and I thought, oh God, I hope he doesn't see me sat here at the kitchen table doing a puzzle. So, my mum said, she. What? Oh, you're a puzzle person.
A puzzle board.
But my mum said that at one point she said to her sister, if I ever start doing puzzles, kill me or something. She said, no, I think I'll kill myself. And then my aunt said, if I come in and find you doing a puzzle, I'll shoot you myself. I was just sitting there thinking, God, I don't need my mum to know about this. And I'm embarrassed. Why am I sat at the table before we came on doing a freaking puzzle? Yeah.
Scott likes doing puzzles. I mean, Sophie has no interest in them. Scott has no interest. I'll sit down. It can take me an hour to do like 2 pieces because they're like the 1,000-piece ones that you've got.
Yeah.
And then Scott will come along and be like, oh, that bit goes there, that bit goes. I'm like, just go away from my puzzle because you're just making me look really sick here.
It's annoying when somebody comes on with the bit and the area you've been working on, and they get that satisfaction. Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, this laptop is currently resting on 2 Christmas puzzles that I bought just before Christmas, secondhand. And Ellen started one and we never finished it. So it's now a laptop rester.
Yeah. Well, all right. Alex is in. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Where are we? Oh, yeah. So aside from, I went through everybody then, didn't I? Aside from necessities, what 2 things could you not go a day without? And some of the, Andrea, and some of the things I was saying to the girls, they said that I thought were necessities, but they weren't. They said, no, necessities are only like food, shelter, water, warmth. Yeah.
Well, I said to Ellen, speaking to Ellen and speaking to Nick.
Oh, that's sweet, isn't it?
So even if we're somewhere else, and speaking to them on the phone.
Oh, no, I could go a long time without. Yeah, I'd be fine. That's really sweet. Oh, God, mine seem really terrible now.
So did mine.
I'm really shallow.
Yeah. You see, mine was my phone and chocolate.
Thank you. Oh. Well, I'll tell you mine then. Mine is phone and caffeine. So similar. Yeah, and I'd be fine with it. Yeah, I don't even mean the phone for talking on. I mean the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, I want to call my husband up. No, it's fine. It's fine. How about you, Karen?
Phone, like you. I'd like to say like Andrew, so I can speak to everyone. No, it's for the internet. And my bed. I've been quite happy. Fine in my bed, just laying in bed all day.
That's yeah. You're not a caffeine addict then.
Oh, I am, but if I'm in my bed, I don't care because I'm getting out of it.
Oh, I get people to bring me cups of tea. Karen?
If it was inanimate objects, then it would be my phone and extra mature cheddar.
Oh, nice.
And if it was living things, then it would be Darren and Monty.
Yeah, I guess immediate family, but obviously the phone and caffeine first. What are people saying in the chat? Jamalu, it's her dog and the internet. Are you covering your mouth? Cat and Tinterwebs.
Jamalu has got a really cute dog.
Dog and Google. Seeing a pattern.
There is a pattern, isn't there, really?
The internet is very important, yes.
Especially for us.
Yeah, when I talked to Connie and Maud about it, I said, well, phone's a necessity though, isn't it? That's just a necessity. And they're like, no. I was like, oh, so it's got to be one of the, oh, that's right, because originally it was going to be one thing. I was like, well, no, it can't be one thing then if that's not a necessity. I'm going to have
Has
two.
everybody here got their phone right next to them?
Yeah.
Put the chat on it.
You know what though? Sophie said to me, because I went through these questions with her, you know what Sophie said to me when I said to her on my phone, she went, okay then mum, if you could only have 2 apps on your phone, what would they be? I couldn't narrow it down to 2.
Oh, that's interesting.
I couldn't narrow it down to 2.
Well, Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, it'd have to be eBay for work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
There you go, narrowed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you need
PayPal.
Yeah, emails.
Yeah, and PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's just on your phone.
And obviously Messenger, so we can talk to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
That's about 12 to you then.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, Lex has put there, I left my phone at home the other day and I felt sick. And do you know what? It was a couple of years ago, I remember. My phone, not this one, my old phone, the screen cracked on it. So I had to go and send it in. I took it to a repair centre to get it repaired. And they had to order the screen in. So I had to wait 1 day for my phone back. And the only spare phone I had at the time was an archaic text and phone. No internet. I couldn't cope. I was awful. I was like a bear with a sore head for a whole day. I was like, well, what's this piece of being useless for? It's like, it's no use to me. It's like, well, people can text and phone you still. I'm like, I don't want it for that.
Well, did you see when I was having problems with my iPhone and I was ranting on Insta?
Yeah.
Because it happened twice. 2 new iPhones I got. And I don't upgrade, not upgrade, whenever you do the system update, because that's when it went wrong. And I'm just on an old thing at the moment. And I spoke to them in the Apple shop and said, because I had to apologize to a couple of them because I was it was killing me. And I was so irate that I was back in there. I spent hours and hours and hours in the Apple shop dealing with their Genius bar. And so I said, do you get people in here, in a bit of a state? Because, your phone. And he started telling me about a girl that was crying, and that was just over a phone case. I was like, oh, that's just ridiculous. But sorry about swearing earlier. And so.
Do you know what, though? I remember I used to work in a phone repair centre. This was years and years ago. I think we're talking, would have been 2001. And they used to repair all the Nokias and all the Ericssons in the local area. In the southeast, they were the official repair centre, and I used to get people in. I remember once someone threatened me with a knife. People literally going to come over to the counter to come and get me because their phone couldn't get repaired. But this was before phones had internet and all that on them. We're talking, it was when the Ericsson T28s, the really little ones, and the little 8210s were all out. So they were getting smaller and smaller and smaller at this point. And I always remember saying, I'll never be like that over a phone. I would never lose the plot if my phone broke. It's just a phone. My battery lasts for weeks. What's these people's problems? Now, if my phone dies, I'm like spitting feathers.
Yeah.
There was a day last week when Nick had to borrow my phone to do time lapses, when he did all the time lapses of him listing and stuff and taking photos. And I just kept looking for it all day. I was like, oh, where's my phone? I had to go to my nan's without it, and it makes you feel like things are crawling. It's like,
barbaric, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
when we moved in here 2 years ago, we couldn't get internet for 2.5 weeks, get it put in. So I didn't have much data on my phone, so I could only check in once a day, and it just absolutely drove me mad. I had to do stuff like clean and talk to my husband.
We don't realise how much we use it for as well, because I kept thinking, I'll just check that. No, I can't. I'll just do it. No, I can't do that.
Yeah.
You just don't realise how much you use it and how much you rely on it.
Mm-hmm.
We are now, everybody can put their hand out and get their phone, I expect.
Yeah.
There's a good thing in the chat here where Alexa said, if we didn't have our phones, how would we order drinks in Wetherspoons? Which I do, but thanks for hitching. I now know you can do that.
That was good.
Yeah, it just gets better and better what you can do with your phone, doesn't it?
That's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like losing an arm, isn't it? Not having a phone.
It really
But I
is.
used to feel like that if I didn't have a watch on. Like if I went out of the house and I'd forgot my watch or something. Because I just
got time on your phone. Got time on your phone, it's all good.
Well, no, this is pre having a phone. That's what I'm saying. I used to feel the same way about a watch, and now it's a phone. And if I go somewhere and there's not, if we want to wait and there's no freaking Wi-Fi, in fact, actually, where my in-laws' house is in the north of Sweden, like in the flipping sticks, they haven't got Wi-Fi. But the people up the road have got it in their garage. So, like, I was up there in their garage using their Wi-Fi.
Do you know what? Carl is still really old school. He has got a phone, but he hasn't got social media. He's got a Facebook account, but he never uses it. He's got Messenger just in case someone wants to message him. Not that he really looks at it. But when we go on holiday, he actually leaves his phone at home. I can't imagine doing that.
Oh, my word.
And my excuse is, well, our friends are looking after the animals, and if anything goes wrong, I need it in case they need to get hold of me.
Oh, and you need to keep us updated on your holiday, how it's going, pictures of glasses, like the sun, this is my pool, this is the pool, whatever.
Exactly.
I just need to go and get a lead for my laptop because it's about to run the battery.
Oh, does he have lots more time to spend on something else? Like, does he watch loads of sport or something else?
Yeah, he watches quite a bit of sports, and he plays quite a few football, like manager kind of games on his Kindle and on the computer.
Yeah.
But I mean, I must admit, I've still got Messenger, but I've deactivated my Facebook, but I've not actually missed it. But then I think I'm just more on Instagram now. I don't think I've actually taken the time back to do what I should be doing. But yeah.
Generally, leaving your phone at home is now considered a superpower. What's next then? Once went to Brecon for a spa weekend. Just as we went out of phone reception, I got a miss you text from Lex. Oh God, had to wait all weekend to reply to the well, that's all right. Yeah, a friend of mine was saying about how she likes it when she goes to the park with her kids. See, this is probably the right thing. She takes her kids to the park. She leaves her phone at home. She said, it's so liberating. I feel so free. And I was like, I don't want to be free. I want my phone. Like, and yeah, well, they're busy off on the park. I'm going to go on my phone. So, oh, geez, yeah. Okay, where are we? Yeah, let's skip to this one just in case we run out of time. Is Andrew back? Yeah. Are you a clean or a messy person?
Bit of both. I aspire to be clean, but yeah, I'm quite messy. I don't know. I try really, really hard to be organised, tidy, and clean, and it's just I struggle with it. Probably living with Ellen and Nick that.
Yeah, blame them.
Really, yeah, I blame them. I'll be back this morning though.
Oh, flipping heck! Hang on a sec. I'll be back. Carry on.
Yeah.
It's usually me next, isn't it? Clean or messy? Well, again, I'm both. I'm a lot cleaner than I was because I've got a cleaner. Yes.
Have I ever bought you anything?
So I'm much happier with having someone come around and do my cleaning for me. But I'm definitely not the tidiest of people. I have to be tidier because I now have a cleaner. So hey, win-win. Yeah.
Yeah, it does help when you've got a motivation. Like Ellen's got friends coming around tonight, so I'm cleaning the house.
Oh. You're quite, do you think it's true that if you're more creative, you're less worried about mess?
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably why Nick's office looks like it does, because he's, really creative in his mind, and he's not overly organised, and neither am I.
Read chaotic then. Yeah. Organised chaos. That's what.
That's what it is. Organised chaos. We know where stuff is.
We know where the stuff is. It's just it's not looking pretty. It's like, well, I haven't got time to make it look pretty because I'm busy doing the creative stuff. Yeah. That's basically.
But I'm happy as long as my living room looks tidy, and then that's just my calm space. My office is another story.
Yeah, it's really tidy, isn't it? Your lounge, Andrew, is really tidy, isn't it?
Not right now, but I do try.
Yeah. How about you, Karen? You're always doing housework.
That's just washing up, and I aspire to be like one of these. Sophie's got a friend, and her mum takes OCD to the extreme. I mean, her house looks like a show home, and even then she thinks it's messy. I wouldn't say it's not unclean, but I think there's a big difference between having an unclean house and a messy house.
Yeah. It's two different things, is what mess or
Dirt.
cleanliness.
Mess or dirt. It's not dirty.
Yeah.
But it's not tidy. But Marie Kondo is one drawer at a time sorting out my life.
Yeah.
Forgot about her.
Whole kids' bedroom. I've done another weekly vlog this week. It's in that one. I've done the whole kids' bedroom. It took me 3 hours on Monday. But boy, all their drawers were all folded.
Oh, but they're not going to keep it like that. That's the trouble.
They are. I'm going in there every day. I'm like, no, you've got to do this.
Keeping it like that, though, not them.
No, because they're putting it away, but I'm going in there going, right, let's go away. Put that away. No. The thing is, I took Sophie, oh, this is really good, folding stuff. She went to put something in the drawer. I'm like, no, fold it. I'm not a neo-Nazi now. My bedroom looks great, but their bedroom looks lovely.
So
Condo's got a lot to answer for, hasn't she, really, with all of this?
Yeah.
Mind you, we should all get the benefit because all that stuff should be hitting the charity shops quite soon.
Yeah. I thought that.
Win-win.
Yeah, it's mine. Oh God, none of them seem to want to put their stuff away, and I'm not. They're old enough. I shouldn't be putting their clothes away, so I'll stand in the hallway and just throw things from wherever I am into their bedrooms, and it lands wherever it lands. And yeah, I'd have to try and switch off from what's going on in there. So I think, well, it's their space to do it. Most of the time you can switch off, and sometimes you go in there and have a total meltdown. Even though I've bought them tubs. How about you, Karen? You're tidy.
I was going to say, I think you probably know, don't you? Because you mentioned me and you're showing your mess. I do like to be organised. I mean, when I first went into my job when I was a receptionist, everyone at the whole day centre thought I had OCD because I just totally gutted the whole office and made it all organised and everything had a place, and everyone thought I had OCD, and I said no, I just can't work in chaos. Basically, I had to set it out how I wanted it, so I knew what everything was and I could just go to something if someone asked for it. But it just went around the whole day centre that I had OCD for some reason.
It's different. I'm always saying we're all made up of opposites. So people some people said this is really, really tidy. But you'd think the way I organise my garage is not tidy. But as long as all the things that should be in one pot are in one pot, if I'm looking for something, if it's in the house, there's also different ways of, it must be your personality type or something. Because if, say, I've got a pot of medicines and I'm looking for a plaster, I would just get the pot, tip the entire thing out, find the plaster, put it all back in. If I do that, my husband, he can't cope with it. He'll be like, don't tip it out. And he'll just keep pulling things out, looking for a plaster, Well, I'm like, no, just get it all out. It's different. It's different personality types. That some people would be like, let's see everything so we can see it all, and then but other people would be like, no, we'll do one thing at a time. So,
yeah, we're all very different. I think that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you're now going to see how untidy at least my table looks, and when I was describing how my laptop was propped up because Nick's vlogging it.
Hello, Nick.
You see,
I don't want to see your face, just your hand. Put your hand in, thank you.
So my table is usually just covered in Ellen's artwork and all of her homework and stuff because she just leaves it all there.
Oh, just don't even get me started on that. Yeah, so I mean, Sophie's really into art, and we got her one of them fold-up easel drawers for Christmas. Obviously, we've got space for a full easel. She's got this fold-up easel drawer. Do you know what? She's got about 20 pieces of half-drawn paper just floating around her bedroom that are now in a tidy pile on her desk, and she's like, yeah, but I need this one. I need it. I'm like, what do you need them for? You haven't finished them. Put them in the bin.
She's creative, Karen. You can't stunt her creativity. Get her a big pot for them.
Gemma mentioned my trolley behind me. Yeah, that is my trolley of cleaning stuff. And
oh wow,
I've got I have my sellotape and scissors when I'm packing, so it's all to hand, so I can just grab things when I need them.
Yeah, a great idea.
I've got 2 big blanket boxes in here, like either side of the desk. So yeah, one's got loads of packaging in, and one's also got like the debobbler and the everything is in there. But again, it's like big things. It's all in there, you know.
I really recommend those trolleys though. It come from Hobbycraft. I think it was 20 quid, and it is really handy because you just know where everything is then, and you can move it around wherever you're working.
That's like one of those hairdressing trolleys, isn't it?
Yeah.
What that reminds me of, yeah.
Gemma Lou says, so do you tidy up before you start work or keep that one place tidy? And I think that's another like personality thing, because when I was doing that, when I was studying, I couldn't sit down and work before if like the desk was a mess and that, I'd have to sort all that out first, then I could work.
Yeah.
How's everybody else? Do you have to work? Do you need a tidy environment to work in, or?
I always tidy the kitchen first before I start cooking. Get everything cleared away, so I've got nice clean surfaces before I start cooking.
Yeah, you need to know where you are, don't you?
Yeah.
No,
I guess it's fine.
You can't see my desk. No, I mean, these shouldn't even be out here. These are the ones that I use to clean toys and all that with. Because I got some doll's house furniture the other day in the charity shop, so I just needed a wipe over. So I brought them out here to wipe them over. They should be in my bedroom. I've got like a little basket, like a wicker basket with my debobbler and all that in, and they should be in there. But yeah, they're still there from the other day.
But that's all right if you're using it and then.
No, I finished using it yesterday morning. They're just still sitting there. I've just got stuff everywhere.
Okay, then you're very naughty.
Oh, I'm messy. I'm a messy cow.
I'm very messy. I do have stuff all over the place, but in my mind, I do know where it is. And that's the thing is, I think, now, where did I leave that? And I get a picture of it. And oh, okay, yeah. Because I work upstairs in my bedroom doing the photography, but it's down in the middle level that my stockroom is. And stuff has to move between, and it gets left, you know. It works. I have occasional moments when I can't find things, but I'm surprised that it's not much worse.
But if somebody came in and Marie Kondo'd you wouldn't be able to find anything, would you? Because you know where it is.
I'd kill them.
Yeah. You could if you could find your scissors.
Well, indeed, this is what happens is sometimes my husband will get this thing of having a tidy up. Normally when I'm not in the mood for a tidy up, it has to be said. And then he'll stop putting things away. I'm like, where the bloody hell's that gone? I can't, as you say, I can't find anything. So I'm fit to, you know, commit murder just because someone's tried to be tidy. It's like, yeah, there's something very wrong in my head.
We have the same thing. Nick goes on these big organisation things and he's like, right, what's this box? And I'm like, well, this is my box where I keep so-and-so. And he's like, well, that doesn't need to be in there. So he organises it into other places. And then, still now think, where is that? I go to the same place that I used to keep it. And I think, oh no, that moved. Now I can't think where it is.
Yeah. Other people are doing
that. See, I'm guilty of doing that, of making new homes for things. And then even if it's been its new home for a year, my husband will still go, well, you changed it. Like, and if it's been there for a year, that's where it now lives. But I do that. And I imagine it would drive me crazy if somebody did that to me, though.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Probably leave getting into any more questions if you like, as we've been an hour, unless there's anything burning in the chat that I've missed.
Rachel's just asked what I've got on my trolley there. I just said before, I've got my starch and my water for when I'm sewing. I've got my scissors and sellotape for when I'm packing. I've got and then the next shelf down, I've got like all the cleaning stuff for when I'm cleaning stock. And then the bottom shelf is all my stickers that I stick on my console covers to say which cover they are. And my little gun, my little tag gun, like I use, like Karen's got if I'm selling something expensive. So they, you know, little tag, so in return, I can only be refunded if this tag, something like, I can't remember what it says now.
Yeah, I just realised actually you've all got collect units, haven't you?
Mine are cheap, fake knockoffs. Mine are
esque, whatever. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you've all got that style of unit. Because I was actually thinking about getting some the other day.
They are really good. They hold a lot more than you think they do.
Yeah.
I've actually got them floor to ceiling here, but this isn't my stock. This is my husband's model building stuff, and then there's my sort of scarf collection. In the stock room, I've actually got the big metal shelves, and I use the really big IKEA zippy bags and shove everything in there.
That's right, because you were. Is that where you were the other day when you were doing your haul?
I was next door in my stock room. This is.
Oh, I was so confused. I didn't know where you were.
Many different rooms in this little house.
Yeah. Okie doke.
I was going to say, those floral Kallax boxes, they're quite popular, aren't they? I see them all over the place. Just behind you, I've got some.
They were yours first, Andrea.
I've got some as well.
I had mine before I started reselling. I had one unit with the flowery boxes in before I started reselling because I had all my sewing stuff in it.
Yeah, ours were from our shop.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, my aunt's moved to Reading and she's got little units everywhere, the Kallax. Well, she's really, really coordinated and even more OCD than me, actually. And I'm not, no, probably, oh, I don't know. Yeah, we're all made of opposites. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to jump on that bandwagon soon. Right, if anybody's not got anything burning they want to say.
I was just going to say, what's everyone's plans for the rest of the day?
I'm going to go for a walk into Caversham, and I might, there are a few charity shops down there, but I've went recently, but I need to get some steps up. Yeah.
I'm going to make a banana loaf for Darren because there's some bananas going ripe, so I said I'd make him a banana bread. He likes it.
Oh.
And he's got a cold.
More cleaning of the house, and then I'm going out with friends tonight, so looking forward to that.
Oh, enjoy that then.
Yeah.
I've got to find Scott's passport and photocopy it. That's really interesting. He's joined a new football club, and to register they need a copy of his passport and 2 passport photos, so I just need to photocopy that. Other than that, I should tidy up. I'm probably going to sit down and go grrr all my stock still. Other than that, nothing really.
I've got a lot more photography waiting for me. Got a load more photography upstairs, and then I've got to start doing the drafts and the lists for bundles. And I know people do bundles of clothes. When this lot is gone, I am not doing bundles again.
When I do my bundles, but I do them quite cheaply. The bundles that I do, I literally just fold it all up, put it in a square shape on the rug, and then just take a photo of the whole lot, because they're getting it. When I'm selling it, I'm selling it for £1 an item. I'm not going to put each item on the mannequin for them. That they're getting what they pay for. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I may do something similar because I just want it gone. But my washing machine's been on continuously for 2 days now. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know that feeling.
When I need to go and buy some Febreze as well, because I've got stuff I can't wash.
I found that Febreze didn't help. I used Febreze on a lot of the newer tag stuff, and I found it still smelt.
It's got to be Febreze and a lot of airing, because if mildew's got in, I think I haven't found any cure for that.
There isn't. This is purely smoke. This is purely smoke, and it does work on smoke with an airing.
Can I ask you about this, you ladies, about this? Right, it's I've got it inside out at the minute because I'm trying to air it. That's the inside of the leather, and then it's like that on the outside, like suede. So what would is that shearling, or is it not?
I think you can describe it
like it's not real fur. The inside looks like it's a made thing, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do you think that's not the reverse of the suede?
No, that looks like a man-made fibre from here anyway. Quite often they do a man-made fibre inside because it's warmer.
Right.
And it's not so heavy. It's not too heavy. If you get a pure sheepskin that's inside and out, it weighs a bloody ton.
Oh yeah, actually I'm looking at the label. It says outer fabric 100% leather, and then backing acrylic and polyester mix.
There you go then.
Yeah.
Still should sell well, especially with the cold weather coming up, so get that on somewhere.
Yeah, it's just a bit smelly. I've sprayed it with like watered down fabric softer and Febreze, and it's still a bit sort of cigarette-y.
The freezer.
Yeah.
Put it in the freezer.
Tags. Stuff I've got new with tags. I've put it outside, and I'm putting it out like 6 o'clock in the morning when I get up and not bring it into 6 o'clock at night, and then for breezing it, then I'll put it back out again, and that seems to have worked.
Right, I might put it outside tomorrow then.
As long as it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heather, I was going to say to you about bundles. When I used to do kids bundles, I used to hang it on a rail. So, and then photograph them all hanging on a rail, so you could get some sort of an idea of what the item looks like.
I might try and do that, although I've got no rails anymore. We got rid of them a while back, so I haven't actually got any rails. But I think I will just have them hanging on hangers and just do 10 items, a variety of colours, and because I've got sort of like quite a lot of big sizes, sort of 18 to 24. So if I do a bundle, 10 items, I don't know, 15 quid, something like that. I want them gone. I've got so much.
Yeah. Cool. All right, thanks everyone then for joining us.
Thank you.
Who's hosting next week?
I can if you want. I think it's probably my turn.
Yep.
And do you want suggestions for a topic?
Yeah. If anyone's got any ideas, then suggestions are welcome.
Cool.
Yeah. Right. Have a lovely rest of your day, everybody, and a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.